All right, so definition of similarity. In geometry, similarity means that the shapes have congruent angles and all the sides are proportional. Triangle ABC is similar to triangle, so we have to come back to this one later. But the idea is ABC, the angles within ABC have to match up with the angles inside whatever I say here. So we don't know the angles of ABC yet, so that's why we have to come back to it later. Okay. To prove this, we must show that the three angles in each triangle are congruent or their corresponding sides are proportional. Okay, so this is a new thing. The or happens because they're triangles. If they're any other shape, we have to prove both. But for triangles, one proves the other. Okay, so triangles are a special case of similarity, and we only need one of the two statements. For triangle EDF over here, we can write the equation to show the relationship between the given angles. So angles, what do I know about angles in a triangle? Hopefully you said that they add up to 180. So you have a 90, a 45, and then F, 90 plus 45 plus whatever F is. What do they have to equal? 180. Okay, to show this relationship between the given angles and the missing angle F. Notice we called the missing angle F and we use that in our equation. Okay, so we're stating what it is and we used it in the equation. After solving this, we know the output, so we're going to solve this. We learn that F is also 45 degrees. Okay, because 45 plus 45 makes 90, and 90 plus 90 makes 180. Now we're going to look at the other triangle. How do we figure out the angles if there's none that are given? Okay, so this is kind of crazy here. So the angles in triangle ABC are not given, but because we know that A must be equal to angle C. Let's see. How do we know that A has to be equal to C? Well, A is this one. It's across from the 1. C is this one. It's also across from a 1. If the sides are the same, then the angles have to be the same also. That rule is called the side angle relationship. Okay, we know that angle A must be equal to angle C, and that angle B has to be the largest. That's because if you plug this in the calculator, you get bigger than 1. Okay, so that means that this angle here has to be bigger than these two angles. Cool. So this is something that's kind of out of the box. We can find out if this is a 90-degree angle, which it looks like it is, if the Pythagorean theorem works. So if a squared plus b squared equals c squared, then it is a 90-degree angle. So if the Pythagorean theorem works, then that would mean that angle B has to be 90 degrees. Okay, we will be able to find the two congruent angles A and C, okay, because we know 90, the other two are the same. We'd be able to find out, like it says down here, that A is the same. Okay, if you do this, 1 squared plus 1 squared is 2. Okay, and what I was hoping you would do is you'd actually take this value and square root it. So I'm going to write down what I hoped you would do. Take that whole thing and then you square it, not square root it. Okay, which this does, they cancel out. Okay, so this 2 out here cancels out with the radical that's inside, and so we do end up with just a 2. Okay, using the triangle sum theorem, and the fact that angle A is equal to angle C, we can write this statement here. Say that two of the same angles plus 90 equals 180. So A and C both have to be 45. And then, so we've proven all the angles, right? So we showed earlier that this one's 45, 45, 90. This one now is also 45, 45, and 90. And we have shown that angle A is congruent to angle E. They both equal 45. Angle B is congruent to angle B, I think. Let's check. B and D are 90, so my bad. And C and F must be 45 degrees. C and F, yes. And so now we've shown that all three angles match, They're congruent. And because we only need to show one or the other, either all angles are the same or all sides are proportional, we've just proved that these triangles are similar, and we call it AAA similarity. So angle, angle, angle similarity. Cool. What did I miss? Oh, I didn't do the top part. I forgot to talk about the top part, so that's what happened there. Let's talk about the top part. So ABC. I need the picture. Let's just talk about that last part. Sorry about that. Don't forget the top part. So ABC, A we've learned is 45, C is 45, and B is 90. So the only one that really matters to match up is D. So B and D has to go in the middle. So we look through here and see which one of these has a D in the middle. That's the only one. So it has to be EDF. Okay, so sorry about that. Let me end the video.